Hello, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be an update, an overdue, as usual, update for my old new Gifted Blue project. And this was a project created by Jessica Lee for Misty. I'll leave my entire series linked in the description box and at the end of the video in case you haven't seen this before. And my very first video ever, like my introduction for this project, like a year and a half ago. I don't even know, it's been so long. Maybe I can't be on my third year. I don't even know anymore. So check out that playlist, but you can check that video out to see all the details on this project. Yeah, I'm just gonna get started with my update. My old item is an old lip mask, and finally it is done. This is the second one of these, not this one specifically, but beginning of the year I had my blueberry Tony Moly lip balm. No, not my blueberry. My blueberry is the only one I have left. I had my banana lip mask, or like lip balm, there's Roxy, in this project at the beginning of the year, and then I brought in the peach one. She will not accept the fact that my attention is not on her for a few seconds. So I'm gonna try to film this while I'm giving her head scratches. But yeah, I thought this was gonna take no time at all. I don't know why, because the banana one took me a lot longer than I thought it would. My mouth is so dry, and that sip of cold coffee I just took did not help. The banana one took way longer than I thought it would take, and then I was like, of course that's not gonna happen with this one. And even at my last update I had barely anything left, and I was like, this is not going to take me more than a week, but I'll keep it in the project. This took me like 3 weeks. Granted, I was out of town for like half a week, but it still took me a majority of the month to finish this product. So it's a good thing that I kept it in, but it is finally completely done. I've scraped every last bit out, and like I said, I still have that blueberry one left, but that one I just bought last year, so it has a while until it's considered old for me, and I have even older ones that I will be rolling in toward the end of this video. But for now, my new product is, as always, a palette, and this is the Lovers on the Sun lunar version from Terra Moons. I had my eye on this palette for so long, and then it went out of stock, and then came back in stock, went out of stock again, and then finally I got my hands on it. I don't even know if this is still being sold at all anymore, but I snatched it up the last time it came back in stock, and I'm so happy I have this because first of all, I love Terra Moons. I love a little like condensed color story, and I love purple eyeshadow. So my goal as always was to use the Snow Pen left behind, and I was able to do that. In fact, I used this entire palette in one look, which was not my original plan. But once I got started, I was like, why not? And you can see that if you watch my, actually, I don't know if it's going to be uploaded before or after this, but when I refilmed my NARS palette, like first impression review video, this is the palette that I was wearing. You'll be able to tell when you see it, trust me, it's a very bold purple chrome look. And I'm not gonna swatch it because these shades are very either powdery or very glittery, but in my last video when I rolled this in, I did swatch it, so you can check that video out if you'd like to see that. But yeah, I did have a really good time using this palette, and I think it is so beautiful, and I'm so glad I have it. So yeah, it was fun to finally get to try it out. My gifted item I do not have with me because it was just a foundation. I think it was foundation samples. It was a little, like, you know, blister pack from Rare Beauty. I don't even know the exact product it was. I'm not interested in Rare Beauty anyway. I don't support their brand, so I just was trying to get through it, but I used all of them in the same look, just like as an all-over, like I mixed them together for an all-over foundation, and that was that. As always, I'm trying to get through the many foundation and concealer samples that Sephora and pretty much every single makeup brand likes to send to me, even though I've never asked for it, even once. Finally, from my blue items, I rolled in technically 3 items, but they go together. These are from the brand H2O Therapy. I don't even think I mentioned that when I rolled these in, but these are whenever I go to like up north in Minnesota for a trip that my family goes on every year, the cabins always have these as like, you know, those hotel shampoo and conditioner little things. That's what they put. It's so cute actually. But any that are unused by the end of the trip, I always bring with me, because why would I just let them sit there? They're free and I can use them. But they kind of were going unused. For reference, I think I've had these since like late October, and now I'm getting water all over me because these were in my shower. I just left them in my shower this whole time, even though it only took me a week to use. But I had one nourishing shampoo and 2 of the replenishing conditioners. And yeah, because these are so small and I like wash and condition my hair every week, and then I do what's I think called a co-wash, where you just use conditioner in between. Yeah, I went through these in a week. It was like easy peasy. And now I can finally take this empty packaging out of my shower, and I'm gonna wipe my hands and be right back. Okay, I had to go grab my first item because I've actually been using it ever since, sorry, I'm out of breath. But ever since I finished that Tony Moly Peach Lip Mask, I've been using my new one that I was rolling in, which is the Sigma Hydro Melt Lip Mask. This one's in the shade Tint. Is that a shade name? I got this as a free gift with purchase at least 2 years ago, and I didn't use it for the longest time, and then I was like, let me bring this out and use this like just to finish it up. And then I ended up rolling something else into a project, so I put this away again, never thought about it. And then even though this was the oldest lip mask in my collection, for some reason I rolled in the Tony Moly ones first. I don't know why, but we're here now finally. This is how much I have left. It's kind of hard to tell the depth, but I would say I'm like halfway to the bottom of the jar, the container, and I don't want to play myself again, so I'm gonna say this will probably take me about 3 months to finish. My goal is to finish this, of course, but we'll just see. This is basically colorless when I put it on my lips, so I don't know why there are like a bunch of different shades of these. It's kind of like the Tatcha Kissu, I think I'm saying that correctly, Kissu lip mask, but I like the Tatcha one way better because it like actually melts into your lips. And even though this is called Hydro Melt, it kind of just sits on your lips. It's not bad at all, but I don't know, it's just not, it's a little bit more sticky than melty. So that's my roll-in for old, and Roxy's getting sick of this video. Here she is for my new item, another eyeshadow palette. Yes, I did my another eyeshadow palette. In my last e.l.f. order I made, I don't know why I was doing this, because like I don't need to be browsing makeup websites, but I was just like, let me look around. Even though I had no intention of buying anything, I just wanted to see what was up with e.l.f. because it's just like one of my favorite brands. And then I saw this. This is the, sorry, it's hard to talk with or film with one hand. This is the Perfect 10 eyeshadow in the Keep It Ethereal version. It looks a little bit lighter on camera because of the ring light, but it isn't too deep anyway. I hope she's enjoying herself because this is difficult, and she's also throwing off my already bad lighting. But I saw this and the swatches online. I'm gonna post a picture of the swatches because they're so beautiful, and it just made this palette look stunning. And it wasn't until after I ordered it that I'm like 100% sure this is supposed to be a dupe of the, I can't remember the brand name, but you know, like the ethereal eyeshadow palette that was like all like one and done nude shades. e.l.f. just keeps bringing out the dupes. But yeah, I want to use this No Pin Left Behind, and I think this will complement my, oh, there she goes. Now this entire half of my body is covered in fur. I think this palette will complement my Project Level Up Light palette because that one is a completely cool tone neutral palette, and this one I feel like is on the warmer side. My gifted item will be just more complexion samples. This is, I'm pretty sure, I don't know because I like ripped off the paper packaging part of this, but oh, and this is also 2 different ones that I just stuck together because I was unlucky enough to get 2. But this is, I think, the Very Valentino foundation that came out maybe sometime last year. I have no interest or need for any new foundation, but I probably will just use this in the same way that I use the Rare Beauty ones and pretty much every other complexion sample I've ever had in any project, mixing them together to create hopefully a shade that works for me and just wear it as my foundation for the day. This might take me 2 uses to get through because I feel like if I use both of these together, that would probably be way too much foundation for me, but I don't know. I'll just see what I end up doing with this. Then, because again, I just realized this is a full refresh, I always do that. Like, I can't even keep track of what I'm rolling in and out, but my 4th and final roll-in will be for the Blue Prompt, and this is the Moroccan Oil Treatment. Oh, that's all it's called, I guess. It's a hair oil, I'm presuming. It's just a little sample. I'm pretty sure I got this in our, like, you know those random sample bags that Ulta gives out like all the time? I think I got this in one of those, and it has blue on the packaging, and I'm currently not panning another hair oil, so I thought I may as well just put this in. That's the story. So that is it for this update. I'm gonna see what Roxy wants from me. I never really know. But yeah, I'll just see you in my next video. Until then, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye. Now you're acting like you're a sweet, peaceful angel. You can't lie.